Since 2020, nearly 2/3 of overdose deaths in the United States are fentanyl related. It's more than 10 times the amount of drug-related deaths in 1988 at the height of the crack epidemic. Lawmakers aim to put their foot down in the wake of the fentanyl crisis. Our Nixon Norman is live. Nixon, what are they looking to do?
Now, Kanisha, with opioids, particularly fentanyl, taking the lives of Americans and Alabamians every day, lawmakers are looking to make penalties for those caught with fentanyl much harsher, with a focus on harsher penalties for actual drug dealers.
Before this year's legislative sessions began, a dozen states had already adopted fentanyl possession measures, according to tracking by the National Conference of State Legislatures. Governor Kay Ivey called on lawmakers here in Alabama to adopt a drug trafficking bill that includes tougher fentanyl sentences. Here's that address.
We have to worry about the safety of our children in so many more ways today, including by dangerous and lethal drugs like fentanyl. And tonight I'm also urging you, our legislators, to pass House Bill 1 so I can sign it into law as soon as possible. By doing this, we will put any traffickers of this deadly drugs behind bars and keep them there.
Now, the goal of stricter penalties is to target dealers of the deadly fentanyl. It's often heard that dealers will cut other drugs with fentanyl, meaning many of those who take it don't even know it.
The drug dealers realize that they can use a minute amount of fentanyl and mix it with their cocaine, and the person gets just as high. But unfortunately, these minute amounts are not easy to measure, and they can get lethal doses.
Which brings up another issue. Could these stricter penalties sweep up low-level users? Not just the dealers this is aimed at. With the number of deaths, even here in North Alabama, on the rise again, some lawmakers argue that this push for harsher punishment may backfire.
We're back to, on average, between every 72 and 96 hours. That's kind of where we're averaging. So we're back to where we were last year about this time as well.
For more information on the national opioid crisis and the effects that are taking place here in the Valley, visit fox54.com. Live in the studio, Nixon Norman.